All right, so this is a very amazing truck, but if you can give us a little bit of information about it, like what type it is, everything like that.
My name is Daniel Snow. My wife and I, her name is Phyllis. We own Snow Trucking out of Harrison, Arkansas. This truck is a 1996 Freightliner Classic XL. It is powered by a Detroit engine at 700 horsepower, 13-speed transmission, 373 rears. Wheelbase is 351 inch, and it has a 140-inch custom sleeper on it.
Wow.
It's got a Twisted Roads lift bumper that I can't show you right now because you don't have any air. But we have done air on the steer axle. My wife and I have done we've been building on this truck for 12 years. We've done all the work ourselves. We bought the sleeper out of a salvage yard and rebuilt it.
Really?
And so yeah, we'd be glad to show you inside. This sign is a new thing we've got to give some detail of the truck. We're very proud of Zephyr for supplying that for us. We use Zephyr polishes. In the cab, we have a completely custom cab, all vinyl dash, polished diamond plate floor. Like I say, we've been building on this for 12 years, so we've got lots of odds and ends to it.
Holy smokes. Look at all the chrome in there, man. I drive a Cascadia, so of course I'm a...
Come right on back, I'll show you the inside of the sleeper.
Back step. That's fancy.
You set that right down. We do live in this truck, so it is a little bit lived in right now. This room back here is our shop room. We keep our supplies. We do a lot of our own mechanic work.
Wow.
And we use 4 foot at the front of the trailer for the polish supplies, polish, oil changing, repairs. We do our own lighting work.
So you just built that right on into it yourself?
Yeah, we put a wall back 4 foot on logistics bars, cut the door, made us a door. We needed this when we first bought the sleeper because the sleeper was not livable. It was full of parts and it had grease and oil and everything was covered in there. Step in here.
1 second. The back door.
And we have a full kitchen. As you can see, she's in the process of cooking right now.
Yes.
2-burner cook range, a full-size sink, microwave convection oven, apartment-size refrigerator here behind me.
That is amazing.
Thank you. And you can see a little better shot into the cab.
Right from here. Sorry about this, ma'am. I know it was intrusive.
No problem. I'm used to it.
This is my wife, Phyllis.
Hi.
Hello, Phyllis. Trucker Brown.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
You can see, you can step right there and get a pretty good view of the cab if you like.
It's safe to say that y'all are living considerably better than my Cascadia.
It took a long time to get there.
It took a long time to get to this point.
So if I wanted to stretch, did you have to stretch the frame?
Yes, twice. Yeah, because we went to 300 the first time, and that was fine for this sleeper, but we needed to add an extra axle, so we went another 51 inches. So we're 351 now. Shower and bathroom here. Like I say, it is lived in, so it's got towels hanging in it. But
best way to have a truck. You did all this work yourself?
We've done every bit of it, and it's been done on the road. We actually done this tile work in a Home Depot parking lot. A guy at Home Depot gave us a little crash course. Our latest project is coming in and doing this trim with the rope around the refrigerator, and you can see we're kind of getting jiggy with that.
That is amazing.
And our theme, everything we do is based on God, so we like to use stuff like this. Christ will meet you at the cross.
That is fancy.
We done a little bit of artwork, just a little jiggy stuff, you know.
The goose.
And the table folds up, and
it becomes a bed.
And the bed folds down. There's the bottom of the bed where you can kind of tell how it lays down. The bed comes out to about here. So
that bed is way bigger than mine.
It's a regular sized bed, but you can still go in out the back door and still go in.
Oh, so you can still maneuver.
If you're thin enough. I'm getting a little bit thicker than out the shower. So.
Hey, man, it's still. I appreciate you for even letting me take a look. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Trucker Brown, you can subscribe on there. You'll see it on there.
Okay.
Take a gander at this trailer.
This extra axle is why we stretched it the second time. We went ahead and put an extra axle and we built the truck to heavy haul with.
Okay.
And as we, some health issues, we haul general freight now, but it's still a big benefit having the extra axle.
Is it good for advice for people who may want to do this? Is it good to have the truck paid off before you start chopping? And
you know, a lot of times that's not possible. But set a budget where, I mean, don't go spend $15,000 or $20,000 at one time. Do the small things first. Usually people ask me, where do I start? I say, wash what you've got. You know, because they'll, you know, they won't be taking care of what they got, but they want something better.
Exactly.
So we say, okay, start by taking care of what you got. You know, wash it, clean it up, polish it. Then, you know, little things like hubcaps or stacks add a lot to a truck. Fenders add a lot to a truck. You can do, I mean, this has been 12 years.
Yeah.
This is a 12-year project. So, you know, we don't spend too much money at a time. Yeah. Just working people like everybody else.
Would you say if you had to start over, would you buy one already done?
No.
Okay.
No, because unfortunately I'm getting old enough to being able to do what my mind thinks of, my body can't keep up.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to, you know, if I had the money, I wouldn't want to just go buy prefab something.
Yeah.
I would still want to make it my own, so we could have this conversation right here.
Exactly.
I could tell you about each piece, because we can literally tell you most places we've done each individual thing.
Yeah.
And to me, that's
a little bit more. It's like almost an art piece at the end of the day.
It's a piece of us.
Because I was in the truck show and they had like cookie cutter ones ready to just get you right now. They said it was about $299,000, $300,000.
This truck, a value tag on this tractor is about $300,000. We have about $70,000 in it.
Okay.
Because we've done all the labor. Now, you know, that $70,000 is not counting labor. So since we've done the labor, we've done everything to this rig ourselves except paint the tractor and stretch the frame. We've painted the trailer. We've done all the lights on the truck and trailer, all the chrome and stainless. You know, the floor, my youngest son and myself built the floor and the cab for my wife for Valentine's Day about 8 or 9 years ago. So, you know, it's just been a slow process, but you put a lot more of yourself into it when you do it yourself instead of just buying okay, here's a truck for $300,000 and mommy or daddy goes and pays for it for you and they don't take care of it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
do you find that driving this is considerably harder than a regular truck?
No, and I probably wouldn't know that because this has changed. It's kind of like growing up. You don't realize you're taller than you was.
Yeah.
Because it's grown up so slow. The most important thing is be very careful. And I always tell my wife, it's a success as long as we don't hit anything.
Yeah.
So whether we have to pull up 2 or 3 extra times is irrelevant because you have to be willing to put out a little extra effort for something long. I mean, we're 85 feet long. Yeah. So we still get in the same places the other guys do that they say, oh, you can never get that where we go. But we do get in there.
It's just a little bit more work.
You just have to try a little harder. And you have to be more cautious, get out and go look. And
does this have the 50% turn radius like the new ones?
No, sir.
So you just got to know how to put it in.
This is a straight 96 model gearbox. So and with a spread axle trailer, you don't want to turn too sharp anyway.
Yeah. It start pinching.
The biggest thing that helps backing into this tight places is we put a dump valve on each axle so that we can dump independently of each other. Yeah. And that makes you be able to turn it into a spot a lot tighter around in between other trailers. So there's a lot of thought process actually goes into each of these things, and if it don't work, we take it back off and redo it.
Now, one of the biggest reasons that guys, usually from a mega carrier, say, this is what mega carrier told me when I first came in. I said, I want one of those super sleepers. First month trucking.
Yeah.
They said, no, you can't do that because it's impractical. The weight of the tractor means you can't hardly haul any freight. You won't make no money.
Well, very little freight in today's market pays by the pound. So what they want to do, they want to take, and I'm not running anybody down, I'm telling you, this is my opinion.
Okay.
They want to load the freight all to the front, which is on the truck. Yeah. And have a closed tandem trailer with the axle slid way up for getting around purposes, and then most of them have a line in the back that says do not load beyond this point. So they're only loading 48 foot of their trailer. We put a spread axle so that we can load all the way to the back doors, and that makes you legal for 40,000 back there instead of 34,000.
This one's pulled up just like you said.
One's pulled up. So see this, but this closed tandem is only legal for 34,000 pounds. This spread axle is legal for 40,000 pounds.
Oh.
So you load your load toward the back instead of loading it to the front. So they've got a 53-foot trailer just like we do, only they want to load it to the front. So we compensate by having a tag axle, which makes us legal for 42.5 on our drives.
Oh.
So that we can now if you're still in a stage that you're only legal for 80,000 pounds, but you still have some weight dispersion, and you can make it right,
move it around.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting the same amount of freight. You just had to do some finagling with the weight.
It's where you put it. It's your weight disbursement.
That I've been YouTubing 2.5 years. I've talked to a lot of people. That is the best explanation for how a super sleeper can be. Because, believe it or not, 80% of the truckers think that they won't be able to carry weight. That's why they don't even reach for a super sleeper.
Yeah. I don't want to tell all of my secrets because, but honestly, just talking trucker to trucker, the heaviest stuff is not what pays the best.
I've learned that too. I'm hauling specialized freight now, like cars.
That stuff pays better than you get a 45,000 pound load that pays you $1.25.
Yeah.
Or you can get a
28,000 pound,
35,000 pound load paying $1.80. Which one? It don't take much.
Which one you gonna go with?
Math to come up with who's gonna make the most money.
I learned that late in the game because now I'm hauling like buses or prison buses on a step deck, and it'll be 26,000 pounds, $2.80.
Right.
And when I was hauling general freight, I would have a 40,000 coil.
Right.
That paid me 89 cents or 95 cents.
That's my point right there. The thing, and another thing you got to be is efficient. So one of the earlier things we did, we put a smart truck under tray system, which is this is a UT6. This piece, the diffuser on the back right by the DOT bumper. And then if you can, I don't think you can see it from there, but there's a little wing on the top of the back of the trailer. Those three pieces.
Yeah, you probably can't catch that. It's small.
It pushes the wind out the back, and that added 0.4 miles per gallon. We added a fast fuel system. That added 0.8 miles per gallon. We added a Bully Dog programmer. That added 1.6 miles per gallon.
Wow.
So we have taken this rig from being a 4.8 mile per gallon rig to, until we just put a new engine in, we was running right at 8 miles per gallon.
Well, here comes the cliche question.
Okay.
You can't have a rig older than 2009. Just not practical. You won't make money.
This is a 96 model.
And a person would ask, that's out of the mega carrier,
Okay.
how is that guy possibly? It must break down every week.
Okay. I can somewhat work on this rig. Couldn't come close to working on one of the new ones because they build them where I can't.
On purpose.
They build them on purpose where I can't work on them. They have too many gadgets. You have to have too many computer systems to diagnose a problem. Okay, the older truck gives me and yes, it does break down some, but I will compare it to any truck on the road because it's in good mechanical shape.
Yeah.
Now we just put a new engine in. We didn't put a junk loader in. We put a new crate engine in it. And that was a lot of money. That was $34,000.
It's less than buying another truck.
But I can still, it's a D-Deck 4 Detroit, I can still work on that engine. And most any mechanic can work on that engine. But when you take a new anything, you have to go to a specialized mechanic.
Yeah.
So what they're depending on is their warranties.
That's what you hear a lot of that.
And I can see that to some degree, but for a person like myself, and I'm not a mechanic, but I am a little bit mechanical, so I can do some things. I carry some tools with me, I carry an extra alternator and starter and things like that with me, so that, or I can get them at the nearest Freightliner dealership. Or
Really easily, yeah.
And I can change that part. Where they're down 3 weeks over a minor breakdown, I'm down 3 hours.
Most of the breakdowns I've had, I just bought this truck, 2013, 2012 Cascadia. It's been computer updates and DF.
Yeah.
The actual, if you talk about the mechanics, that is not what's breaking down. Right. I'm going in the shop for
it's the
DF.
Additional
Bingo.
Stuff, you know. Just for an example, that I bought a new 97 Ford in 97. And they come out with this 100,000 mile warranty.
Yeah.
But what they didn't tell me was the added things to it only had a 36,000 mile warranty. So when I bought the truck, I assumed everything was going to be warranted for 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
At 36,000 mile, I had a turbo tube go out. I learned then, oh, that's an added part. So that part was only warranted for 36,000.
Wow.
Now I don't know how much of that goes on in the Class 8 trucks today, but I know what this truck is. I know where to get the parts for it.
Yeah.
And you know, for the most part, I can.
You can do it yourself. So if you really want it, go out there, do your research. You can have it pretty much. If
I had the money to buy a brand new one today, I would not buy that new one.
You know, my father says the same thing.
It's something that I'm not willing to get into. I just don't want that stuff. Of course, I'm pretty old school. You know, 37 years in this deal.
Yeah.
And I want something that I can put my hands on and hopefully fix the problem. And
not lose your warranty for touching it.
Exactly. So, you know.
That's crazy.
I can see a big company needing warranted trucks that are scattered all over the United States that they do not want the driver to touch. I can see them paying extra money for a new truck and having that warranty.
Yeah.
That just don't fit the small owner-operator like myself.
Yeah.
So, if we were all alike, wouldn't it be a boring place?
This is very true.
So we all have to identify with who we are and what we are.
And what you're trying to do.
But what we all need to do is be more professional truck drivers for this industry. That's what we all need to be doing.
And I appreciate your interview, man. Most people, I've talked to a few, and it'll be on the Trucker Brown channel. Let me